Um, we've then also got everything on there is tracked. So for you as a parent, you probably want to know exactly what your kids are up to. And recently we've done this for a while for teachers, but now we're providing it for parents where you can see exactly what your kids are up to. So you can understand where they're spending their time and all that sort of stuff. Thirdly, is everything on there is adaptive. And what that means is basically as a kid goes through a learning session, it will automatically adapt to that kid. So what a teacher would do in a classroom is they would plan to sort of what they call differentiate their work based on how the students perform and how well they understand a certain topic, and then they'll either give more support, different tasks, all that stuff to support a student to be pushing them forward at the pace that's right for them. Now, what happens with Seneca is that happens automatically, so our system is able to learn what your kid does and doesn't know. And then it will basically adapt accordingly to either push them on to harder stuff or give them more support in particular areas. That all happens automatically. And the last one is, everything that's linked to the curriculum. We cover all of the content kids need to know for their exams for free. As I mentioned, there are some premium options which I'll come to a bit later. But everything I show you initially will be free to use and available for you to use right now if you just go to our website. So I mentioned this cognitive science and how that's a really important part of what we do. There's a lot of theory on this. We obviously wanted to make sure that the way we implemented this theory was as useful as possible and effective as possible. So what we did is we did a bit of research in the form of a randomized controlled trial, which was with just over 1,100 pupils across 8 different schools. And we compared the use of Seneca to other sort of home learning or independent learning tools like revision guides. And what we found was students using revision guides basically did nowhere near as well as the students using Seneca for their independent learning. So the sort of headline is that students did over twice as well using Seneca in the post-test results. And as you can see, the pre-test results are very, very similar. So we see that as a validation of, first of all, the fact that a lot of the bad practice that you'll see in revision guides in terms of what is effective for learning, we sort of take that and turn it on its head and apply the theory effectively to boost your child's chances of learning and also retaining that information over a longer period of time. And that research was peer-reviewed and published in these places. So if you want to learn more about that, you can just Google sort of impact and then the name of and then Seneca Learning, and it will come up. So you'll be able to read that paper if you're interested. I'll also send it out after this webinar in case you want to see it then. And in terms of what we got now, as I say, we have content from Key Stage 2, Key Stage 3, 4 and 5. So that's years 3 to year 13. All the content's there for those year groups. And we cover a whole host of different subjects. So we don't just cover maybe your sciences or your maths, is what you maybe associate with things for online learning. We cover courses. We cover courses as well for lots of different types of subjects like food and all that other stuff that you wouldn't necessarily associate to be, subjects that are prioritized by a learning platform like ours. But we think it's really key to have a really rounded rounded different options for your students, for your kids, sorry, so that they can access any subject they want. And then in terms of what we provide, so we have over 3.75 million pupils using our platform and 185,000 teachers. So it's become really popular, which we're really pleased with, that we've been able to help, especially over the last few months as well, providing all those students with access to free, high quality education resources. So what I'm going to do now is that's sort of the background of what we do and who we are. I'm going to go straight in and show you some functionality for you how we basically, for you as a parent, to learn how best to get access to the content. So this is what your parent platform, if you have one, will look like. Now, if you don't have a parent platform set up, all you need to do is go to our website, senecalearning.com, and you will be able to create a brand new account. I'll share the link again with you in an email afterwards. But you'll be able to just create a brand new account for free, and then you'll just be talked through the process of inviting your child. I've already got a child here set up who's been doing some work over the last 30 days. But what I'll do is I'll just show you quickly how to invite a child. So if you click Invite Child, you've got 3 options. So you can either copy the invite link, you can email them, or you can send it to them on WhatsApp. So it's up to you what you want to do, whichever is easiest for you. I'm going to go for the copy invite link, and if you do that, then you can then text it to them, or you know, put it in the family WhatsApp group, or whatever it is you want to do. And once your child clicks on that link, it will add them to your Seneca account. Now, there's a couple of common pitfalls that I think it's important to make you aware of at this point. So say as a parent, I've copied this link and I want to go straight in and add my child. One thing you might think is a good idea to do is just go straight in and add a new tab and copy that link into here and press go. Now, that's all very well, but what that will do is currently on this computer that I'm on, I'm logged into my own account. So basically what that will end up doing is, as a parent, I will link my own account to my own account, which obviously isn't that useful because you're not going to be doing any of the work. So what you need to make sure you do is when you copy this link, you need to make sure you, first of all, either if you want to stay on the same device, you can log out and then click on the link. So if I just do that and show you what that looks like. So log out and then go on the link. Then first of all, it will ask you to sign in. So if I just sign in to an account here. If I sign into an account, you'll then basically, that child will then be added to my parent account. So here you go, Richard Broad, that's me. You've been added to my parent account. Now that's one way of doing it, or you can send it to them and then they can click on it on their own device, on their phone, their tablet, their laptop, whatever it is they have access to. They can click on it on theirs, and then whatever account they are logged in on at the time they click it, that will be the one that gets added to your parent account. So once you've added your child and watched out for that common pitfall, you'll be able to see your child listed here. So this is the one I just added here. It's Intercom Test. That's just a random account that I've got. And then you've also got another account here. So as a parent, if you have multiple children, you can add them all under one account so you can keep an eye on them. Let's have a look at this Richard Broad account. So this is this is a child that I've linked to, and I'm able to see different bits of data for that child. So I can see the different courses they've studied, I can see how long they've spent on those courses, how well they're doing, how many sessions they've completed, and how many correct answers they've got. So sessions completed, just to clarify what that means, is that's when you study one topic on Seneca. You get that, you get one session complete. And then correct answers, pretty self-explanatory, how many correct answers you've got in that, in those sessions you've completed. So that's one side of it. The thing to notice is, as well, sometimes people get confused with this date range. So you can choose from different date ranges, but that's sometimes why people say, oh, the data's changing or going down every, even though my child's spending more time on it. And that will just be because it's cutting out different data based on the range you select. So if I go last 24 hours, it says here, your child hasn't studied in this time period, try selecting another date range. So you can just adjust these to whatever you want, and you can see exactly what your child's been up to. You can also choose a custom date range as well if you want. So you can select to be from a particular date to another particular date, if that's something that's useful to you. So it's as simple as that, really. You invite your child, and then you can see all the work they're completing on Seneca, and it's as simple as that. Now, other places you can go to get help. If you want to have a look at what kids see when they log into Seneca, you can click Student Platform, and you can go and have a look at that, so you can see what your kids are accessing. You can also get support and help by just clicking on this Get Help button up the top. Now, something else I wanted to show you was this this top tips for parents bit. So there's some pre-selected suggestions of things you might find useful. So first of all, what is premium? Secondly is our schoolwork support from Oxbridge grads and how to access that. Then we've got stuff about the science behind Seneca. So I've talked a little bit about that earlier, but you can look in it in a bit more detail and get access to that research paper I talked about here. And then you can sign up for another webinar like this one by clicking here as well. So just to talk quickly through about what is premium first of all, if I just load up this page, you can see exactly what we have for you. So everything I've just shown you is available for free and is available to use by anybody, anytime. And yeah, kids, parents and teachers can all use that. Now, there are some things we offer as a paid for thing. So first of all, there's the different prices and different sort of categories you can get, which you can find out our latest prices just by clicking Get Premium Access here. But just to talk through a few of these, so our top level is called our guaranteed subscription. So with that, you get a couple of benefits. So you get our grade guarantee, which basically there are terms and conditions associated with it, but basically we guarantee that if you meet those terms and conditions, which are there are terms and conditions around using it enough, make sure you access all the courses that you're using for your subject, and also some time limits to claim your refund. But we will refund the subscription based on your results if you don't meet the results that are listed there. So 7 to 9 if GCSEs, or A to A star if your kids are A level. We also offer a tutoring package. Now, this is also part of our guarantee package, so these two come together. But our tutoring package basically offers unlimited tutoring as part of the package. And it's not tutoring exactly like you'd probably imagine tutoring if I just said tutoring to you. So what we do is we give your kids access to a sort of another area of the platform that allows students to communicate with tutors in real time. So the average response time for tutors to get back to questions, any questions students have on anything they're learning, they can ask a question, and the average response time is less than 6 minutes if they get in touch between 9 and 6 during the day. We try to answer as quickly as possible outside those times, but we only guarantee that the question will be answered within 10 minutes between 9 and 6. When kids go back to school, we'll amend those times slightly to obviously reflect that kids are in school during the day, to make sure they can still access tutoring as and when they need it. Now, all our tutors are either Oxbridge or Imperial graduates, so they're all sort of the smartest people around, and they are able to help your kids available. If you want to get access to those two things, so the guarantee and the unlimited tutoring, we currently have a 16-week package going on available, which is available for £160. So it's £10 a week. So you can access, that gives you access to every subject, unlimited, not just one session. So when you compare that to the price of a full tutoring package, or if you do an hour here and there with a tutor in a more traditional sense, it works out much more cost effective. And as I say, you can access this for 16 weeks. There's also a 12-month package available, which is £360 approximately, if you'd be interested in that. So that is our sort of highest level premium package. We also offer a level down called our Supreme package, which basically gives you access to all of our premium courses and learning modes, but you don't get access to the tutoring or the grade guarantee. So, sorry, I should have said with the top level, you do also get access to what I'm about to describe. Okay, so our premium courses and our learning modes. So with our Supreme package, you get access to our with our Supreme package, you get access to, as I say, all our premium courses, and our learning features. So we have over 750 premium learning courses available, which your kids will be able to access. And they cover a whole host of different stuff, like how to prepare for the night before the exam and the content to cover for that, different predicted exam paper courses, different content course types, so breaking down the content into smaller, more digestible chunks with more different types of questions. That's all available in our Supreme package. And then we also give you access to our premium learning features, which I mentioned. So one of them is called Smart Learning Mode. And what Smart Learning Mode does is it's almost like a timetabling tool where students can basically be told, based on the information we have on them on our platform, students can learn what they should be revisiting and when they should be revisiting it. Again, that's all based on the cognitive science that I mentioned earlier. We sort of apply that theory to make sure your kids are learning the appropriate stuff at the time that's appropriate for them. And then the second premium learning feature we have is our wrong answer mode. Now, what wrong answer mode does is it's a really powerful tool that can basically bring all of your kids' wrong answers into one place, and it will then force that child to focus on the areas of our courses that they struggled with the most. So again, it gets really potentially powerful tool for students to sort of direct their own learning, but also get access to the direct their own learning, but also get support in what they should be learning and when they should be learning. So those are the sort of two most popular premium options we have. We also have a third premium option, sort of our lowest level, where you don't get access to any of our Smart Learning Mode or Wrong Answer Mode or anything like that, but you just get access to 3 of our premium courses, if that's something that's useful to you. In terms of prices, if any people are interested in prices, then just let me know in the chat. I'm happy to answer those in a second. So that's all I wanted to talk to you about, really. If you've got any questions, as I say, please do pop them in the chat, and I'm happy to answer those. I'll start to go through those now, so we can see what it is. So I've got a question here from price per student. So someone's asking about what is the price per student. So I assume that's referring to whether it's like a family or a price, or a family or a individual subscription. So the way our accounts work is that each child should have their own account, and the reason for that is that the way our system works is very individualized. So if more than one student is on one account, then that completely throws off our algorithms, and we aren't able to suggest content as effectively as we could previously. So we recommend that you have 1 child per student, so 1 child per account, and each account needs their own premium access. So the prices are per student, basically. Okay. Now, to get in terms of like prices for premium, if I can just get those up for you so you can see. As I say, there are 3 different options, and in terms of like levels of cover we provide, and then there's also different time lengths. So you can either have it for a 4-month period, which is our seasonal offer, or you can have it for a 12-month period, which is our annual. So again, if I just share my screen with you now. Sorry, my screen share is not working for some reason. Hopefully you can all see that. Apologies about this, sorry. There you go, so you should be able to see that now. So this is our annual plan. So we have the Essential, which is the sort of access to the 3 courses. We have the Supreme, which gives you access to all our premium courses and our premium learning modes. and then the guarantee, which gives you access to the tutoring, the parent activity summary, which I haven't mentioned, but it's just it's an email you get basically summarising what your kids have been up to, and also the grade guarantee, as well as our premium courses and learning modes. So that comes out at these 3 prices. Now these prices are billed annually, so this is the price per month, but it will be this times by 12, this times by 12, this times by 12 that you are billed. The other option is that you get the seasonal package. So if you want the seasonal package, again, the prices are slightly different, and these only last for 4 months. So again, these are billed over that 4-month period, so it'd be £6.99 times 4, £8.99 times 4, £39.99 times 4. So there's a few different options for you to have a look at, and you can decide what is right for you. So just to come back on this. So a question about, would it be possible to pay monthly? So at the moment, we offer 2 different options. It's the 4 monthly or the annually. We don't offer any monthly subscriptions. Okay, question from Core Boss. My child has no data in the system. What is the next step? So your child basically needs to start learning. So they need to make sure they have their account set up and they're using it. And then as long as you've connected the accounts correctly, the data will start to come through to your account. Okay. So just going back through the comments. So question from Shelley is if you paid for premium, is there any discount on the tutoring package? So if you already have a premium account with us and you want to upgrade, that's absolutely fine. What we'll do is we'll obviously help you do that. You won't have to carry on with your current subscription. What we'll do is we'll do a pro rata refund for you. So we'll refund the part of your subscription you haven't yet subscribed to, and then you can sign up or we'll sign you up for a new subscription for you. So that will help. Okay. Question from Anand about a specific course. So yeah, it's a good thing to cover actually. So we as I mentioned earlier, we don't just cover the sort of courses you'd expect us to cover. We cover a whole range of different subjects. So about 25 subjects we cover. This question specifically is about A-level computer science. So to give an update on A-level computer science, we are currently it's been authored and it's sort of been taking time to go into our system. As you can imagine, to cover the whole of computer science A-level or any A-level or any GCSE for that matter, it's quite a lot of work. So it takes quite a lot of time for us to do that, but it's being worked on. Question from LJ about adding children to the parent account. If I have one child with Seneca through school and a second child uses it through me, can both children on the parent account, can I have both children on the parent account and the school at the same time? So it's important to realise here there's a real difference between what the different types of account. Okay, so as a child, you can have an account through school, but it's most likely it's just a free account with us. There are some schools who pay for premium, but most schools just use us for free. Whether they've signed up through school or independently, it doesn't make any difference to the type of account. You as a teacher as a student, as a parent even, can still link to that child, whether they've got their account through school or anything else. There's no difference to that. Okay. So question about existing school platforms. So I imagine a lot of your child's or children's schools will have existing platforms that they use. That may include Seneca, it may not. And the question is about whether you can use Seneca alongside those school accounts. Now, obviously, we don't want to potentially be overloading your child with too much work or anything like that, but there is no reason, there's no reason to not do that, basically, purely because what we teach through Seneca is exactly what they'll be being taught in school. And that is because we basically work exactly from the specification that the exam board sets out, in the same way that the teachers in your children's schools will be working from those to decide what the kids need to learn. So there will be no sort of conflict or change in the content that's sort of delivered through Seneca as it is in school. It will complement basically anything that's going on in school. In terms of existing platforms like Caboodle, someone's mentioned, or some other things, so these are packages that schools buy into for anyone who doesn't know. Again, there's no reason you couldn't use this alongside what is already going on in the school. I've got a question here from Alessia. Sorry if I hope I've pronounced your name right. About 11 plus preparation. So yeah, we have 11 plus preparation courses on there, looking at the different tests that are done for 11 plus students. What I'd suggest is if you go on our website, I'll send out links afterwards for how to access it, but you can go on and have a go or have a look at what 11 plus options we have for your children. So question about linking from Tom, linking parent platform to teacher platform. So we don't have any way of linking your parent platform to your parent account to your teacher account, only parent account to student account. Is the content free from Anand? How do you finance this platform? So yes. So as I mentioned, we offer a whole load of content for free, and we don't cut anything out or anything like that from the curriculum. So our free courses cover what students need to know in its entirety. The way we fund the platform is we have a group of students / parents who pay for our premium offer, and that's to gain access to the extra content and features that I mentioned earlier. So that's how it's funded. And the idea behind our platform and the thinking behind the way we work is if we can get a small proportion of people paying for our premium services, and people who can't afford our premium services are able to use our world-leading free platform, then we will be able to cover our costs and then be able to provide outstanding education for all children, regardless of whether they want to subscribe to our premium service or not. Question from Joan: how long will this program be free to schools? It is free to schools, and it will be free to schools. There's not going to be any change to that. It's not something that's going to suddenly become too expensive for schools to afford. Sorry, I just need to. Next question. So, question from Eloise: to be clear, should we have two logins, i.e. a parent email account and a child email account, and link them? So yeah, that's exactly right, Eloise. So you should have one. Parent account, one child account, and they should then be linked together. So you as a parent can see what's going on your child's account, and then your child can also just study independently. Okay, question from Charlotte: is there much content for Key Stage 2 children? So that, for those who don't know, that's years 3 to 6, as what is available on Key Stage 3, 4 and 5. So the breadth of what's covered, obviously, in years 4, 5, 6, is obviously much lower. And in terms of the content we have, we still work from the national curriculum, and all of the content that's within the national curriculum we cover. So there's obviously less content because the students are younger, but they can still access the content that they need for their school, for their learning. Okay. Just trying to see if there's any other questions that have come through. So, a question from Laura: can my son catch up as he's about to start year 11 and school haven't been great since lockdown? He is currently having 2 live lessons a day and 3 days for 3 days a week. So I'm sure that's from what I understand, that's a sort of familiar across the country to people. The fact, that some of the, I think teachers and schools have been trying really hard to to get as much out as possible, but it's not been easy for them. So in terms of using Seneca to plug learning gaps, 100%. The content's all there, written by content experts. So it's all there to use. So I'd encourage you to use it as a way to plug your child's knowledge gaps, definitely. Okay, so I'm going for one more question from LJ again. Sorry, there's two more questions. So one from Paul: will Seneca be running throughout the summer? Yes, it will be. So it'll be there and available to use. Alfie says, is Seneca available as an app to track progress? So we don't provide an app at the moment. We're working on our Android app as we speak. And the Apple app will be behind, a bit further behind that. But what I'd say is our website is completely optimized for mobile. So if a student goes on there, then they will basically be able to access anything, anything through their mobile, through their tablet, through their phone. Lastly, if you link a student to both a parent account and their school account, will it show up with teacher? And will the work they're doing show as a parent? So yes, the work that students do for their teacher will show up on your parent account, but the teacher won't necessarily know that you as a parent are linked to that student. The relationship comes from student to teacher and student to parent. It doesn't go parent to student. Okay. Great, one last question that's just come in from Laura. So a question about the seasonal pass: will it start immediate effect or from September? So any of our subscriptions will start with immediate effect. So if you decide you want to sign up for them, then sign up at a time that's appropriate for you. Apologies, phone's going off. The joys of working at home, hey? Yes, so it will start immediately. Okay, and that's sort of all, I think. One more question that's quickly coming from Victoria. Last chance. Can it be accessed offline? No, unfortunately, it can't be accessed offline. That was a quick one. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me. If you have any further questions, please do get in touch with us. You can find us on Twitter, or there's a chat option on our website if you want to get in touch and get some support. But I'll also send out some links after this that will allow you to sort of see how you can get the most out of it, and all the links to where you can sign up, get support, all that sort of stuff will come to you by email soon. So anyway, thanks very much, and I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, have a good evening. Thank you.